this is my first glue up. I have turned other pieces that friends have glued up for me, but this will be my first one. The wood was given to me from I guess a training that we had on how to do layered bowls at our turning club. And they gave me some wood and said, take it and turn it and see what you can make out of it. And so I followed the directions. We've glued it up. Now we have it on the lathe. We'll see if we can turn it without it coming apart. That's the goal for this one, just to turn it and have it not come apart. So let me get geared up and we'll get started on it. Sand it up to 600. We're going to be using Axe abrasive paste on it and polishing paste. So let's go ahead and get that applied and then we'll let it rest and come back and buff it out. All right, bring it back when it's time to polish it. This is sanded up to 600. In the process of sanding it, I heard ting and could have swore I saw something fly out of it. So I was afraid that one of these seams had come loose because I had clamped them pretty tight, and I was afraid that there may be tension in there, even though I went with the grain as much as I could on all three pieces, being that there's some odd grain patterns in here. And then I looked in the bottom and there's a crack. And so I thought, well, crap, the tenon or the mortise on the bottom broke and it opened this up. So I took it off, put some super glue in it, and that's when I realized that the bottom is really thin. And I don't really understand it. I don't know how much this you can see. Let me back this out a little bit. Well, you can see enough. If I measure from the back here to the rim, it's 2.5 inches. So I put this on here and I measure to the inside of that. It's 2 1/16. This should be a lot thicker. This should take, if you took a 1/4 inch off for the mortise in the back, there still should be a 1/4 inch here. However, there's not. So I'm wondering if this feels flat, but I'm wondering if the bottom is convex and it's coming in to where the point where it makes it thinner, because it doesn't seem as thin out here on the edge as it does here. So I missed getting it flat somehow or another. Anyway, I sealed it up, put my emblem in the bottom of it to help hold it together while I finish sanding it. The bottom is already done, of course, so I won't be able to touch that again. And now we're going to put some Axe abrasive paste on this and see if we can make it shine up a little bit. All right, we're gonna let that sit for a few minutes. And I'll come back when we get ready to start buffing it. Another one in the books. I think this turned out great. There's actually no, on either of these, there was nothing that I had to go back and fill or put super glue in or anything. They were perfect, of course. Now I didn't cut them and I didn't plane them down or whatever needed to happen to get them flat. I just glued them up, but that was still no small feat in my estimation. I think it looks great. I think the colors are a good mix. It's beautiful, both top and bottom. I'm gonna just put some oil on the bottom here because I'm not gonna try and buff that out. Logo in there. That is literally pretty thin. If I didn't have the logo in there, you could hold it up to the light and see a little daylight through that. So I'm gonna have to work on my bottoms a little bit to get those to where they're not so thin. However, this is sturdy. It's not weak, so I have no problem putting this out there. The wood in the bottom, I don't know if it's figured or I originally thought it might be lace wood, but I think it's just a figured wood of some kind, probably maple. When I get to the turning club, I'm going to take it next time I go in and I'll ask them what it was again, but it's got a beautiful figure in there. Good chatoyance in all three of them. I like it very well. I've got a whole box, or I've got a whole 5-gallon bucket full of sticks that I have cut off on my table saw that I will probably eventually get around to turning some segmented work out of. There's oak, there's walnut, there's mahogany, there's a little cedar. So I've got a little bit of selection there. More stuff given to me by my friend Todd, or EPOP, EPOP's Wood Turning Studio. He's a little been missing in action lately, but he's still around. So I appreciate you coming, watching the video, stopping by. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Please like, and if you feel compelled to, share this. We'll catch you next time.